Retailers are preparing for an influx of shoppers as Boxing Day sales get underway. Australians are expected to splurge more than $23 billion today. That's an almost 8% increase on last year. Joining us live now is Australian Retailers Association CEO Paul Zahra. Paul, great to be with you again. Looks like you're at home. When are you heading out to the shops?
Well, after this interview, actually, I'm going straight into the city just to see what's happening. But from all accounts, the retailer's really happy with the start of the sales today. And this is going to be the biggest day in the country's history. By all accounts, $23.5 billion will be spent in this post-Christmas sales period. And a lot of those sales will be done today.
Yeah, it's interesting. Why are we expected to be spending almost 8% more than last year?
Well, look, I think it's this whole mentality around saving money. So I think there's what the cost of living pressures has done has forced consumers to start to think about spending and saving at the same time. And today's a great day to do that. Of course, this is the first time for many years that we've been able to be out and about on Boxing Day. If you recall, last year we were severely impacted by Omicron, so it forced a lot of people to stay at home. But today, of course, you know, it's the other sport that we often don't talk about. But, you know, if you think you've got yachting, cricket, and then there's shopping, and everybody's out choosing one of those three things, and the majority of people will be choosing to shop today.
You're right. I like to see shopping as a sport as well. Great way to get your steps up and try on some outfits. Look, apart from the disruptions from the pandemic, is it a big tradition for Australian families? Do you tend to see the same families at the shops year after year?
Well, look, this is a really good question, Gab, because I think what's happened in the past, we used to see those images of people queuing the night before, long queues waiting for the shops to open. Now, those days have gone, and that's because now we can choose to shop online. And a lot of those purchases, like think, you know, household goods, sheets and towels, etc., they make more sense to buy online and have delivered to your home. Whereas clothing, shoes, accessories, most Australians prefer to try those items on. And we see the steady, by mid-morning, the stores will be busy, but certainly by lunchtime, they'll be at their fullest. And most of the retailers have extended their trading hours to deal with the volume of people. So my tip is take a bottle of water with you and have good flat shoes on, because it is certainly going to be a busy day today.
Great advice, and so much of Australia is experiencing some hot weather as well today. Also, with the money that is being spent, is most of it being spent in shopping centres today, or is the majority of it really coming through online and clicks?
Most of it will be done in store today, and the biggest category to perform will be clothing. In fact, clothing is predicted to be 11.4% up. That's double-digit growth, and mainly because we had whilst retail's done fairly well, we've been in this sort of permanent state of disruption, and the fashion industry, clothing, has done particularly tough because we've had an unseasonably cool summer. Now, that has not great for retailers, but it's fabulous for consumers because they'll expect to see deep discounts and lots to choose from when it comes to sizes and colours. And, of course, the weather around the country is warm to hot, and that plays well for people wanting to update their summer wardrobe.
After this big sales event, will we see spending slow down in January?
Look, I'm not an economist, and I don't have a crystal ball, so I'm neither can really sort of answer that question directly. But we obviously do expect that people will tighten their belts. Household budgets are under pressure. Most of the mortgage rates increases that we've seen, a lot of Aussies have fixed-term interest rates, so they haven't really felt that yet. Now, that will change going into the new year. So at some point this year, we will see sales start to slow, decline even, and that's what retailers are preparing for. But whilst people are spending, retailers are there to take their money and making sure that each household, I guess, can do the best to save as much money as they possibly can whilst the sales are on.
Paul Zahra, enjoy those sales today. Enjoy the shops. I know it will be busy. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
My pleasure.